Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I'm your host Ray,
And I'm Evy.
and what are we looking at today?
Matrix Resurrection Part 4.
That's right. Now this is part of our John Wick Wednesdays. This is like, it's not Wick obviously, but like it was supposed to be the day. Was it the week of or month of Keanu Reeves before the pandemic? It was supposed to be released almost like within the same like time frame. John Wick 4 and Matrix Resurrection. But unfortunately, it got spread out. So we get this. So we're going to experience a little bit of Keanu before we get to next year's Umpaya Gravito Civil of like John Wick 4. Hopefully, John Wick 4 is everything and everything we want to be. Your thoughts of the Matrix Resurrection? What are your thoughts on the fourth one?
I liked it. Special effects were pretty good, the same as usual.
Question. This is something. It's a good question because I know special effects is very high on your one. The effects, is it as good or better in this one?
It all depends on what you like.
It's not as intense because obviously the original trilogy is had much more greater set pieces. So this is very subdued. So in terms of the amount of effects, it's not like. But in terms of sophistication, is it has it gone better in terms of the look, or what are you saying when you say special effects? What do you think you're leading to?
Special effects were like the same, honestly, except at the end, where I'm not going to say what happens at the end, but that was good. But yeah, it's you have to pay attention because of the plot as well. The plot didn't nothing really more to say. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Did you watch this multiple times for you to get the plot?
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, but I don't know. The whole thing confused me, to be honest with you. So yeah,
that's fair enough. For me, I liked it. Like, I know people kind of panned it, but I thought to myself, it makes the most sense because you don't want to rehash the same storyline. And if you are going to go back into that world, that rabbit hole of what happened after the fact and all that stuff, it's a lot of story you have to go through, and so the way Wachowski Lana, what she did in terms of like telling the story, it is sort of meta. It's like, I guess we don't want to give it away, but like they discuss the trilogy in a very contextual way, and then they build on that, and it's still a world within the world. And Neo is sort of like in between those two worlds, trying to figure his way out. The idea of the resurrection, like what that means, doesn't get revealed until the last act, because I even forgot about the title until we get to the last act and whatever for references to. Not all the original characters that come back, like Smith. I will mention this: there was a video game called Enter the Matrix, and they hold that's canon because it explains what happens to Morpheus after the fact. What happens to the character is actually shown and explained to you in the video game. So if you played the video game, then this movie makes more sense. Sort of like what's that movie? The Matrix. What was the animated movie that came in between the final two movies? You know what I'm talking about? It had an anthology of like 3 or 4 different cartoons. Like, you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
Like after the Matrix or Animatrix. It's called the Animatrix. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There was a cartoon movie that came out on video DVD between 2 and 3. You have like a guy who was a runner, and his power is from the more he ran, he could outrace the machines. And that kid is revealed in the final installment of the Matrix 3. And when Keanu's character Neo says, "Kid, you saved yourself," and that's a reference to the cartoon. So there were the Animatrix, everything. Lana makes sure that everything that you're seeing, whether it's in the video games or in the cartoons, does connect to the world that you're watching. So, like the MCU, everything is connected. Some stories do relate to the film. You don't have to necessarily watch the game or necessarily play the video game or watch the cartoon to appreciate the other movies, but like you do get a bit of everything connected to that piece. Yaya Matu, the third, is in this one. He played Aquaman's Black Manta. He was in Michael Bay's Ambulance recently, and he was in Candyman, the remake. Great actor. He plays like the Morpheus character in this movie. Morpheus in this movie isn't really Morpheus. That's the only thing I'm gonna give away. In terms of I know about this. Okay, in terms of there is confusion in the storytelling and the casting was unique. How was your feelings on like the love story and the martial arts? How do you feel about that stuff?
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But not as close as the last one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was, there was a bit of romance and stuff, but I think it was more about the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, it was a pretty good movie, and I maybe give it a 7.
Before you give it a rating, closure. Did you find this gives it a? Do you think do you think this film has a better closure to the overall concept of this movie?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, yeah. But you gotta stick around till the end to see what happens.
Was there a post-credit scene?
Yeah, there was supposed to be. Actually, somebody told me so because I didn't stay for the movie.
Oh,
because I didn't stay for the end.
I'm trying to think what the post-credit scene is now. I think I was watching it. I might have just blanked out. Okay, I don't know. I totally forgot. Okay. And Abby, how can they reach us?
Internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, www.pantheonofm.com, and our email account is www.pantheonofm@gmail.com. And thanks. I can see you now. Actually, if you panel it to your other side, there you go.
Okay.
We'll see you next time. I'm Ray.
I'm Evy.
We'll talk to you on Friday. Take care.
And my cat says hi, Puma.